Hello and welcome to YNWA Transfer News, your ultimate source for all Liverpool FC transfer news. Our first news is this.
Trent Alexander-Arnold and Liverpool players make Mohamed Salah feelings clear after latest post. Liverpool players past and present are showing their support for Mohamed Salah following his outburst against the club, with a number of big names reacting to the winger's latest post on social media. Salah has of course placed serious doubt over his future at Anfield after launching an extraordinary attack against Liverpool and Arne Slot at the weekend. The 33-year-old accused the club of throwing him under the bus, while claiming that his relationship with Slot has now broken down. The fallout continues, with the Reds head coach having now responded to Salah, while former defender Jamie Carragher slammed the winger after also being called out. Salah himself has now posted on social media for the first time since his explosive interview, with the Egyptian posting a picture of himself at Liverpool's training ground as he works on his own in the gym at the EXA training center. Having been left out of the squad for today's Champions League game against Inter Milan, the post has garnered plenty of reaction, including from a number of his current and former teammates. Alisson Becker, Andy Robertson, Dominic Szoboszlai and Milos Kerkez all liked the post out of the current squad, as did Harvey Elliott, Kostas Tsimikas and Harvey Davies, all of whom are currently out on loan. Trent Alexander-Arnold and Jordan Henderson also showed their support, with the latter also replying to the post with a love heart emoji. Alisson also voiced his support for Salah when speaking at a press conference in Milan on Monday. Although the goalkeeper, who also played alongside Salah at Roma, did reveal he plans to speak to his teammate about his comments. "We spend so much time together, not so much away from the training ground, but there's a bond," Alisson said. "I will speak with him, but that will be private." He added, "What's happening here now tells you about the situation. We are grown-up men. We understand this is a personal situation for Mo. I don't believe his goal is to disrespect anyone. He has the freedom to speak about how he feels and his own situation. As a team, it's not important how we feel, it's important how we react now. The reaction is staying together, working hard, and overcoming a bad situation. It is not just about Mo, it is about what is best for the team and the club." Mo Salah transfer option offers Liverpool star fresh shake-up ahead of World Cup. Liverpool star Mohamed Salah has attracted interest from Major League Soccer clubs amid the uncertainty over his future, it has been claimed. A move could allow the Egypt star a chance to acclimate to the pitches and climate in the United States and Canada, before spending the summer in North America for his national team's World Cup campaign. Salah's Liverpool future remains uncertain after an explosive interview on Saturday. Last season's Premier League top scorer claimed he had been thrown under the bus after being benched by manager Arne Slot for 3 successive league games. The former Roma star isn't part of Liverpool's travelling squad for their Champions League trip to face Inter Milan, and is due to link up with the Egypt squad for their Africa Cup of Nations campaign. Upon his return, speculation is expected to mount over his future at Anfield. Renewed interest from the Saudi Pro League is anticipated after Liverpool previously fended off big money bids. Now, though, the Mail reports that unnamed clubs from the United States and Europe are circling. A number of potential stars of next summer's World Cup are already plying their trade in North America. Lionel Messi recently signed a contract extension with Inter Miami, where his teammates include Argentina colleague Rodrigo de Paul, while South Korea star Son Heung-min is at Los Angeles FC and Mexico forward Hirving Lozano is at San Diego. Egypt have been drawn in Group G at the World Cup, along with Belgium, Iran and New Zealand. They will face Belgium in Seattle in their opening fixture on June 15. Salah's latest comments come after he was left on the bench at Leeds on Saturday. Liverpool led to 2-0 and 3-2 at Elland Road but were forced to settle for a point after Atanaka's late equalizer. "I could not believe I was sitting on the bench for 90 minutes, Salah said. "That's the third time. It's the first time in my career I think. I am very disappointed. I have done so much for this club over years, especially last season. It seems like the club has thrown me under the bus. That's how I feel it. Someone wants me to get all the blame. The club promised me a lot in summer. Now I'm on the bench, so I can say they haven't kept those promises. I used to have a good relationship with Slot. Now we don't have any relationship and I don't know why. It seems like someone does not want me in the club. He admitted he doesn't know what will happen while he's away at AFCON and added, it's not acceptable to me. To be fair, if I was somewhere else, every club would protect its players. Now it's throw Mo under the bus because he is a problem in a team. * Jordan Henderson faces backlash from Liverpool fans after Mohamed Salah gesture. * Liverpool fans are questioning Jordan Henderson's loyalty to the club after he reacted to Mohamed Salah's latest Instagram post. Salah was dropped from Arne Slot's squad after criticizing the club and his manager following the team's 3-3 draw at Leeds on Saturday. The forward has accused Liverpool of throwing him under the bus and claiming that he has no relationship with Slot. Salah, who was criticized by Jamie Carragher on Monday Night Football, has remained on Merseyside ahead of the team's game against Inter Milan on Tuesday and created more drama by posting a captionless picture of himself working out in the gym. Several Liverpool stars have liked the post, while Henderson, the team's former captain, commented with a red heart emoji. Plenty of Liverpool fans are pleased to see the midfielder support his former teammate, but others aren't impressed by his public stance. One fan responded to Henderson, "That's crazy, Hendo, you support Salah and not the club. As a former captain, you should know better and know Liverpool." Another added, "Can you have a word, please, and tell him from the genuine fans? Anyone who doesn't think he has to fight for his place every day doesn't deserve to wear the badge, regardless of their past achievements." A third fan wrote, "Sorry, but this is weak," while a fourth fan urged Henderson to tell Salah to stop his selfishness. Others, however, described Henderson as the real one and the best captain for showing his support for Salah in public. Henderson left Liverpool 2.5 years ago and now plays for Brentford after spells abroad with Saudi Pro League team Al Ettifaq and Dutch outfit Ajax. Yet he'll always be best remembered for captaining Liverpool to several trophies under Jurgen Klopp. Henderson led Liverpool to Premier League, Champions League, FA Cup, Carabao Cup, Club World Cup, European Super Cup, and Community Shield glory during his time at the club. Therefore, his decision to show support for Salah rather than the club is surprising. Salah's comments against the club and Slot have angered many Liverpool fans. The Egyptian said, "It is very clear that someone wanted me to get all of the blame, without saying who that person is, before claiming that someone doesn't want me in the club." He then described his benching as not acceptable and insisted, "I don't have to go every day fighting for my position because I earned it. I am not bigger than anyone, but I earned my position." Carragher claimed Salah was a disgrace for his comments and claimed it was choreographed with him and his agent to cause maximum damage to the club. Premier League winner Chris Sutton accused selfish Salah of creating carnage at Anfield. Transfer News Live. Salah's Liverpool future as Slot speaks, gay twist, Man Ut and Arsenal latest. The January transfer window is still a few away, but it is already lining up to be one of the most dramatic for a while, with all eyes on Liverpool star Mohamed Salah. The Egyptian has plunged his future into fresh doubt with some explosive comments about his place at the club under Arne Slot, and that has triggered a manic race for his signature, albeit club in Saudi Arabia might already be contemplating a move. Slot himself has broken his silence on Salah after leaving last season's top scorer out of the squad to face Inter Milan in the Champions League. He isn't the only one to speak on the matter, with goalkeeper Alisson also chiming in. The Reds might now be considering how to replace a player who only signed a contract extension late last season. Antoine Semenyo is a name that has regularly been mentioned, albeit Liverpool would face competition from Manchester City. Manchester United are also expected to splash the cash as they aim to overhaul their midfield. Adam Wharton and Carlos Baleba remain as options, albeit much could depend on the future of Kobbie Mainoo, who got rare minutes in Monday's win at Wolves. Their coffers could also be boosted by the departure of Rasmus Højlund, who looks set to complete a permanent move to Napoli. When it comes to Arsenal, they have been showing some slight jitters of late, so Mikel Arteta might be keen to give his side a refresh once the window opens. New transfer expert Maurizio Micheli has reportedly begun work, and Arteta has used the January window to his benefit before. Gary Lineker reveals what made Jack Grealish unhappy as new Everton Stadium verdict shared. Jack Grealish told Gary Lineker he was unhappy with his performance for Everton on Saturday in a conversation after full time at Hill Dickinson Stadium. The Blues were far too good for Nottingham Forest on the day, as they ran out 3-0 winners. The result leaves the team 7th in the Premier League table. Grealish has played a key role in Everton's strong start to the campaign. Although he was shy of his sparkling best on Saturday, Lineker revealed on his The Rest Is Football podcast that Grealish told him as much in the bowels of the stadium after the match concluded. After the game, from the director's box, "We were trying to find a way out because we had to rush a little bit and walk to get to the station in time for the last train to London," Lineker said. "We kind of took a wrong turn, opened the door and it was obviously where the corridor is outside the dressing rooms and I quickly shut the door. But then Jack Grealish comes running out, 'Hey Gary,' and I go, 'Hello Jack.' He's in just his undies and a pair of very short socks and we had a good chat. He wasn't happy with his performance. I said that's the time to do it. He was slightly off his game. He said I couldn't pass it." Thankfully for Grealish, his fellow Everton attackers were on form on Saturday. Thierno Barry scored his first goal for the club after a superb run and pass from Iliman Ndiaye, while Kiernan Dewsbury-Hall continued his recent hot streak with another goal. It was the first time Lineker had visited Everton's new home and he spoke about how impressed he was with the atmosphere as the team ran out comfortable winners. "I had a good time actually. It was really good," Lineker explained. Peter Reid said, "I had to come up and see the Hill Dickinson. I went up with my mate JD and it was brilliant. What a stadium. Honestly, it's amazing, and the acoustics inside. They've obviously done some work for the sound and it was jumping in there." Report. Liverpool planning move to sign defender in £38 million deal. Liverpool move into position for Wilfried Singo. Liverpool's interest in Galatasaray defender Wilfried Singo has moved into a more advanced phase, with sources in Turkey indicating that discussions over a January transfer are gathering momentum. The 24-year-old, who has emerged as one of the standout performers in the Turkish Super League, is attracting attention across Europe, yet Liverpool appear increasingly confident of securing a deal. Rising momentum in Singo pursuit. Reports on Sport Witness from Turkey initially linked Liverpool with a watching brief, alongside Arsenal and Manchester United, as the Premier League trio assessed Singo during Galatasaray's Champions League meeting with Ajax. All three dispatched officials to Istanbul to evaluate his performances, with expectations at the time that January bids could follow. The situation has evolved considerably since then. Galatasaray's valuation was previously suggested to be around €50 million, and Singo's long-term contract running until 2030 was believed to include a €60 million release clause. That did little to deter his growing list of admirers, but it did set a clear benchmark for negotiations. Liverpool preparing structured offer. Fresh reports from Futsal 7 and Potomac now indicate that Liverpool are preparing an offer structured at €28 million upfront, supplemented by €10 million, €15 million in performance-based add-ons. Should the bonuses be realized, the total package could rise to approximately €43 million. There is a growing sense within the Turkish media that initial talks between the clubs have progressed positively, with early negotiations described as constructive. While no agreement has been reached, confidence is increasing that a move can be arranged once the transfer window opens. Liverpool's recruitment team has shown a preference in recent years for players with positional versatility and scope for development. Singo ticks both boxes. His defensive profile, capable of playing either as a right-back or as a centre-back, had significant appeal, particularly as the club assessed long-term squad planning under Arne Slot. Player profile and tactical appeal. Singo's physical attributes have become a hallmark of his rise. Standing at 6 feet 3 inches with exceptional recovery pace, he offers a blend of athleticism and aerial presence that suits Premier League demands. His background as a more attack-minded fullback during his time in Syria has also contributed to an ability to break lines and drive forward in transition, while his adaptation in Turkey has seen him take on more varied defensive responsibilities. For Liverpool, that balance of power, flexibility, and technical improvement mirrors the type of profile they have targeted in previous windows. With European competition and a demanding domestic schedule ahead, the need for depth in the defensive positions remains a strategic priority. Galatasaray, meanwhile, are expected to resist any move that falls significantly below their internal valuation, although the structured nature of Liverpool's proposal appears designed to bridge that gap. With the Turkish champion still competing on multiple fronts, the timing and structure of negotiations may become crucial. January window shaping of interest from other clubs has not disappeared, but Liverpool's readiness to formalize their move places them at the forefront of the chase. Arsenal and Manchester United have continued to observe developments, while Aston Villa, linked earlier in the year, remain attentive to opportunities in the market. With just weeks remaining before the January window opens, the situation surrounding Singo is increasingly likely to accelerate. Liverpool remain active on numerous fronts, but the club's focus on a defender with Singo's qualities suggests defensive reinforcement is edging up the priority list. If the Reds succeed in completing the deal, they will secure a player whose ceiling continues to climb and whose performances in both Europe and domestic competition have already positioned him as one of Galatasaray's most valuable assets.
Thank you for watching. Like and comment, subscribe.